Welcome back. One organization is helping local residents supplement their food needs through urban farming. Let's take a quick look at what growing uptown is all about. We're here to talk more today about growing uptown with Executive Director of the Dyckman Farmhouse Museum Alliance, Meredith Horsford. Meredith, thank you so much for joining me.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
So, can you tell me more about the Dyckman Farmhouse Alliance Museum?
Sure. It is a 1784 Dutch colonial farmhouse that was, like I said, built in the late 1700s. And it was lived in by the Dyckman family and built by the Dyckman family until the mid 1800s, and it became a museum in 1916.
Now, in regards to growing uptown, the organization or the program will provide residents with the tools they need to begin their own urban gardens. Why did you want to introduce this to families in the Bronx?
Well, one of the things that we already know about our local communities is that people are experiencing food shortage and food insecurity. And this was really obviously exacerbated by the pandemic. So, this was a program that we created in 2020 as a way to continue to serve our community and their needs while we were closed to the public because of the pandemic.
So I'm really happy that you brought that up because I was going to say that I understand that the program stemmed from seeing the aftermath of the pandemic. Can you just elaborate that on that a little bit more?
Sure. We There are a lot of community partners that are already kind of working in this space, like New York Common Pantry, who we partnered with on this project. And we know that during the pandemic, when everyone else had to shut down, they also had to shut down their food pantry and their all of their pickup locations, which were across Inwood and the Bronx. So we partnered with them on this project because they already had a built-in audience of people that were interested and in need of work and projects like this one. And so we put together these grow kits and they distributed them on our behalf while their pickup locations were closed because of the pandemic. So it ended up being a great opportunity and a great time to serve people's needs.
So can you actually tell me a little bit more about these grow kits? I think that they just sound like so adorable. So could you just tell us what a grow kit is and what it will be used for when you give it to these families?
Absolutely. So a grow kit for us includes grow bags, which are fabric bags that you can actually grow food in, organic soil, seedlings. We include a trowel and all of the things that you would need to get started on your kind of urban gardening journey. And we know that people living in New York City haven't necessarily had a lot of experience with gardening. So what's on the screen you'll see is some of the information that kind of accompanies the grow kit. So it's step by step instructions on how to take care of, how to plant, how to take care of, how to harvest, and how to cook with your crops. And of course, all of the things that we distribute, both on paper and on our website, which are the video versions of what you just showed, are also bilingual.
And what are some examples of Bronx sites growing their own food? Can you tell us some experiences that you've actually seen through this?
So we've partnered with a lot of different. We've partnered with the senior center at the Dyckman houses, for example, which is in Inwood. Some local schools, and so we've got both kids and adults who are participating. And of course, we also feel like it's the whole family that's participating and kind of learning from the experience. And so what we've been receiving from these participants are photos and just sort of in some cases drawings also of kind of how this journey has been for them, what they've been growing, and able to cook with the ingredients as well.
And how is this a better alternative to some of the local produce that we have available, maybe in our grocery stores or like some stands that we see when we walk by on the street?
Sure. Well, it certainly doesn't replace the need to ever go to the grocery store, right? But this is a great way to supplement your needs, and to grow things that are really fresh. The items that are in the grocery store have been picked quite some time ago. So these items that you're going to grow on your own windowsill are fresh. You know that they haven't been sprayed with pesticides. And it's a great way to learn how to grow crops so that you can continue to grow things in the future and you can choose whatever crops work best for your family.
So I think it's very important to note that if people are interested, today is the last day that you can register. But can you walk me through what a typical day in the program would look like?
Sure. So once you get your grow kit, which will take place sometime in early April, you would then get the process starting to plant your seedlings with the materials that we give you, as well as the guide videos that are on our website. Additionally, we will hold monthly workshops at the Dyckman Farmhouse Museum for participating people and families, which will basically allow them to get to the next stage in the growing process. So that would be once a month. And then, of course, we will continue to check in with families on how everything is going.
So this next thing I think is really cool and I love it because I'm always looking for new recipes. You provide these recipes that promote cleaner eating as well as some family favorites. Can you explain the importance of clean and healthy eating, especially for Dyckman and neighboring communities in the Bronx?
Sure. We know that we have a lot of fast food, a lot of fried food in our communities, which tastes delicious but isn't always great for you. So, one of the things that we really wanted to provide through this program are recipes that you can cook that are economical and healthy and will feed and nourish your family. So, we created some recipes in house that that dovetail nicely with the grow kits and what you'll be growing at home so that you can create healthy, delicious meals that are really fresh for your family.
And you talked about like just like really great food that we have. I also want to bring up that Dyckman is known for its thriving Dominican community, and I'm sure there are other rich cultures within the area. What changes or things you added to the program to ensure that it was accessible and inclusive to the community in the area?
Yeah, great question. That's something we're always thinking about how we can better and continue to serve our community. So, some of the things that we really thought about when we were creating the program were the types of crops that people would be growing. So, thinking about really kind of universal foods like squash, onion, cilantro, basil that could be really incorporated into most cuisines. But yes, of course, thinking about our large population of people from the Dominican Republic. Also, making sure that the program is bilingual so that it's accessible, and making sure that we have information that's available on our website, or for people who don't have access to that, that there's print material as well that everyone receives.
So I just want to make sure that it's very clear that today is the last day to register. So if you are interested, please sign up. Today will be the last day. Is there any requirements or anything like that that people should know about?
Absolutely not. Just go to our website, which is dyckmanfarmhouse.org. It will be on the homepage to sign up. And basically, it's just a very brief registration questionnaire where we just ask what kinds of information you already know about growing. And if you know absolutely nothing or you know a whole lot, you're very welcome.
And if they, for some reason, miss it this year, I do understand that this is actual an annual thing. Can you just let people know how they can stay up to date with this particular program?
Absolutely. It is an annual program, and it starts around this time every year since 2020. And if people are interested in keeping up with this and other programs that we do, feel free to take a look at our website, dyckmanfarmhouse.org. Follow us on social media. Also, on our website, you can sign up for our newsletter. And of course, come and visit the museum. We have information there as well.
All right, Meredith, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back with more Open BxRx Tuesday.